Hello, guys. Hello. So, what's up? What's up? What's up? Who just wanna hang around? Okay, guys. How are you doing? Aaron's Play. What's up? What's up, my friend? How are you today? Aaron's Play World. An egg in these trying time. Blue Scope. YouTube. Hello. Is it the first time? It's raining pretty hard right now. Guys, say hi to Blue Scope YT YouTube. This is the first time we're hanging out with you. I think so. I think this is the first time we're hanging out with Blue Scope. Everybody say hi to Blue Scope. You're not racist. I wasn't worried about that at all. Fed Pig, what's up? So anyway, an egg. Fed Pig, what's up? What's up, Fed Pig? Guys, say hi to Fed Pig as well. Say hi to Fed Pig. So earlier on, I was getting advice from my friends about yeah, Fed Pig. That's a hilarious name. So I just broke up with my girlfriend, and there's a hurricane. Oh my goodness. How am I gonna tell you about my problems if you are having bigger problems than me? How could you, Aaron? Especially you and Egg. I know you are a critical thinker. I don't know about you other guys, but maybe I'll take the help if you're offering it. Um. So thank you so much, Red Pig. So I've been with this girl almost a year, over a year, and and basically we broke up. You can use your personal life. Yeah. The hurricane in your personal life is immediate. And yeah, you're right. So anyway, we broke up. I still love her. She still loves me. But basically, we couldn't make things work. Things haven't been gelling. But I have all the best intentions. I know she's a really good girl. She has the best intentions. And how do I put this? You know how they say when I finished high school, we're good. But let me tell you, the problem is me. Let me tell you, uh, what was the primary conflict? Okay, when I finished high school, my physics professor told me that you basically have two decisions to make now. Klauf, yeah, you're here for the advice. My physics professor told me you have two decisions to make. You have to make the right decision with your career. You have to make the right decision with the person you end up with. Otherwise, these two decisions are difficult to untangle from. Otherwise, you're going to have a really, really difficult life because you won't feel inspired to go to work in the morning, or you won't feel like going home after work. So if you have these major decisions correct, you are most likely to have a good life. Anyway, um, I like that concept. I like the concept. Clyde and his burger and he's laying it out. All this. Right, okay. So here's my thing, right? Um, I think by myself, I think with the right girl, I can be 100% happy. With an okay girl, I can do like 80%, right? And with the wrong girl, I think I can be like 50%. She can make me miserable. So I think she was an okay girl. I I I want to have a great life. I just don't want to have an okay life. I want to have a great life. I want to do all these things with my life. And I think something in me creates those well as it ought to work. Am I making sense? I hope I'm making sense. I hope I'm making sense because I I'm getting to that age where I'm about to start a family, to do all these things, to get married. I'm a one girl guy. I don't want to get one thing from one girl, another thing from another girl, and so forth and so on. So she has to be the one. She has to be the one. So I broke up with her, and she's a very good girl, very very decent person. We we still talk, even though now I cut off communication because I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be hanging around. No, 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 no. She was very, very. Hello, Mr. Parrot. She was very, very faithful. She's a very good person. You can tell the story, Mr. Parrot, right? So things didn't work out, and now there's this girl I've had a crush on, kind of. My personal life is a disaster. This is a complete disaster, and my personal life is in disarray, and basically, I I'm kind of interested in somebody. She works near me. She work, and I like the idea of her more than the reality of her. Is she in the same friend group? No, she's not in the same. I hardly know her. I hardly know her. She just works near where I am. She's really pretty, really, 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 really pretty. So my I like the feeling. I like what she represents. I I have I have this sneaky suspicion that if I were to go up to her, she's gonna suck, and it's gonna it's gonna ruin this feeling that I have. It's not a question of confidence. I think I'm pretty confident. Thank you so much for the vote of confidence. Uh, my thing is I don't know if I'm making sense. I like what she represents in my head. She's an I'm I think I've bigged her up too much, and I like what she represents. So now I think, and everything. So I don't know. Where's the neck? If you don't pursue it, a good feeling will age into regret. Oh, oh man, that hit home. I think so. You might be right actually. Yo, Shring Shopper. Guys, say hi to Shring Shopper. I think we have a new guest. Shring Shopper. Come there. You like a person who's good for you, whether or not she hasn't met. It's the steps towards finding her. I don't get it. What do you mean, egg? You like a person who is good for you? Brita. Guys, say hi to Brita. What's up, Brita? Whether or not she is the one doesn't matter. It's the steps towards finding her. The bread is near you and scared of you. What? Well, you do. In whatever direction you go, her or someone else, it is important to be on the prowl. Now I'm hunting for those sorts of things. Oh, okay. Okay. And here's another thing, right? Here's another thing. So, like I'm saying, I'm a one girl guy. I'm so sorry, Britta. You have COVID. When did you test? No, wait, Clouthy, wait. I need you guys to advise me. Here's another thing. Um, there's this thing called opportunity cost in business, right? If you have $100 to invest, right? If you have only $100 to invest, and your friend comes to you and try to know how this before dating, and your friend comes to you and says, okay, there's this business milkshake stand or whatever, please invest or whatever. John D, what's up? Guys, say hi to John D. If you take that $100, invest it in your friend's business. You invested it in your friend's business, and basically the following week another friend comes to you, right? And comes up with another amazing opportunity. Basically, you won't have money to invest in that business. So I'm kind of scared that if I pick one person, start something with her, and then the following month or something, the following year, and then the girl I was supposed to end up comes along, what will I do now? Because I'm already committed to somebody else, yada, yada, yada. I don't want to be that guy who cheats around. I never ever want to be that guy. I was tested on Wednesday, the results yesterday. So my whole class has to quarantine for 10 days. Okay. That's a big question. Dude, how about this? Try to make her laugh. That's how I got my girlfriend. Nah, don't let it go on that long if it's lackluster. But that's the whole thing. I'm not saying it's gonna be lackluster. I'm saying say it's like a good relationship. I was just in a good relationship. I'm saying if something that you feel to the depths of you that it's like this is the one, but you're already here over here with somebody else doing something else, or she can see you from afar that you are involved with somebody else and she stays away or whatever. That jokes. I don't want to miss the girl of my dreams, the girl of my life, because I'm with somebody else. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't want to end up having just an okay life if I could have a great, great, great life? So that's my question to you guys. How do you make sure that okay, give it to me, Blue Scope. How do you make sure that you do it and you make the right choice for yourself? I don't want any big opportunity cost, if I'm making sense. Do you know how people play with their cats using laser pointers? The red dot is the relationship. Cool. And if it's the girl right now, maybe suspect the dot is going to move. Dot is on her right now. Do I understand that? Do you know how people play with cats using the laser pointers? Yes, I know that. The red dot is the relationship. So we are playing. It's moving about. The red dot is moving about. This relationship goal, and it's on this girl right now. Okay, even if you suspect the dot is going to move, the dot is on her right now. So if it moves, what? I'll move on or something. Is that what you're saying? If it moves, Brita, what are you agreeing to? Please help me understand. VHS, what's up? What's up, VHS? I want to understand this. I don't know. I mean, keep following the dot. Okay, I keep following the dot. Okay. It will all work out eventually. Is that what you're saying to me? I'm drinking juice. It's juice with plenty of ice. Yeah, well, I don't know if you guys get my predicament. My friends are telling me that I'm making a whole big story out of nothing. Yeah, maybe I'm not getting it. Are you guys saying I should just let it guide me to whatever, follow the dot or whatever? I don't know. Maybe use another metaphor. Your physics teachers seem to have a pretty utilitarian view of relationship. For me, my ideal end is a cognitive person who cares about me, and I happen to have that right now. Oh my goodness. I love that. I love a girl that can think. I love that. I love that. That's awesome. That's really awesome. If there's a hypothetical better girl out there that of me, so I could care less. Okay. Yo, Google Chromosome. Hey, man. What's up? What's up, Google? Guys? Say hi to Google Chromosome if you ain't gonna forget it. It's just a mindset, it's a support system, and it's core. She's not hypothetical there. John D, you need to evaluate your relationship on a 30-year term. What can I enjoy being around for 30 years? What can't you handle being around for the next 30 years? Okay. Okay, I hear you guys, right? My question then comes like, right now I'm kind of infatuated or interested in this other girl that I hardly know, right? What I'm saying is, what if the hypothetical girl doesn't become hypothetical anymore? She comes through and you realize something, something that this is the person I need to be with, but you're already with somebody. That's my thing. I don't want to lose out on what I have for fool's gold, for a potential life that might be right. But I also don't want to be stuck somewhere, whereas my life could have been way better that way. Maybe maybe I'm doing a terrible job explaining. Maybe I don't know. Right. 30 year. How do you look 30 years into the future though? The kind of person I was 10 years ago is far different from the kind of person I am today. How do I know? How do I make estimations about 30 years from now? Pursue the infatuation. I like your thinking. You could have just ended there. Pursue the infatuation. Even if the object of the infatuation doesn't end up being ideal, you're still pursuing your goal of finding your ideal relationship. Britta, come back and advise. Please don't go. Hypothetically, I'd love a Lamborghini that I'd love to get in my 1998 Buick because it starts every day and the saves the dream. Very good. Okay, Aaron is back. Okay, John, how do you look 30 years into the future? Pursue the infatuation. I have an addictive personality. I don't want one of the things that I don't ever want to do with my life is like waste my time chasing tail. I don't want to be chasing girls all over the place. So drugs or something like that. No matter how much fed pick. I just realized I was so fat. I, no matter how many times people tell me that weed is this or whatever, I just don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I isn't infatuation the same way. I don't want to be swayed by every whimsical. Uh, I hope you get what I'm saying. I I don't want to be that guy, but in my head, I could definitely try to live that life. But in reality, I think it would be a total waste of my life, my time. Right? Lamborghini is an everyday car versus a Buick. I think even people with Lamborghinis use use them sparingly. They use their Buicks everywhere. You plant a garden in nice black dirt. You have fun in the sandbox. Oh my God, you're losing me, John D. I don't understand. You plant a garden in nice black dirt. You have fun. What do I within that? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, okay. I get it as a metaphor for Vegas. I don't know. A metaphor is somewhere where you analyze what you want out of a relationship. Oh, okay. What do I want? Well, I like powerful women, right? And I want somebody to help get the best out of myself. There's this. I remember some interview Will Smith did with the wife a long time ago, and he was like, "Thank you for not," saying to his wife, "Thank you for not taking anything rather than the. Thank you for not accepting anything other than my best." Right? Do. Thank you for not accepting anything less than my best, something like that. You know how maybe after a long day out, you come in the door and you are feeling tired. No, let me, you know, full of excuses. Apparently, the wife always held him to task. Like, no, everything that happened to you out there, check it at the door. When you come inside of the house, you gotta come correct, right? We need you too. You need to be my husband. You need to be a dad. You need to be a friend. All these things. So me being me, I like that. I've never heard anybody else say something like that. Thank you for not accepting anything less than my best. Something like that. Look at what you had. How was that so or this so to you? What are definitive traits of both your partner and your relationship? And then try to look for that. Hmm. Okay. Okay, I can look into that. But yeah, okay, I can look into that. I can really look into that. Oh my goodness. Who's offering Blue Scope? You're offering your stepsis. Is she pretty? Uh, I want to go like, part of me wants to go like really shallow and just be into pretty girls. It's not dishonorable to go on a lot of dates, and a lot of us not to not be going to. You see, I think I just discovered that, because I don't want to be that guy who's been on the block 100 times. I, I I I didn't want to be that guy. I don't want to end up with that guy, with that girl who's known, who's been around, right? So all I did was school, home, school, home, school, home. I never have had any. I don't have plenty of experience dating and stuff like that. And now it has become problemsome, troublesome. I thought it was virtuous. Now I'm finding not so much. It really isn't. When she says, "Step bro, help me, I'm step." She knows my name. Uh, oh, she's pretty. Queen Robloxia. Hi, guys. Say hi to Queen Robloxia. Say hi to Queen. By the way, I'm just gonna, I'm Jundi. You need to get out of the mindset. There's a girl out there that can complete you. Nobody can complete you. You're finding someone to compliment you, and you compliment them. Oh, okay. I have a hard time accepting that. I have a really hard time accepting that. That's why I tell my stepmom, tell me. I have a hard time accepting that I think I have a side of me that's idealistic, and that has me thinking that there's somebody out there who's just perfect, who's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? And I'll have some feeling. It'll just be like that. I'll know. Yo, Map, what's up? Guys, say hi to Map. I, I I hope you understand, John D. I I I grew up on that nonsense romantical romance, whatever. I bought it. I still buy it. And I'm still waiting for the great love of my life. If you're English, you'll never get a bronze. A bronze is a bad. Oh my God. And that's the problem. That's the problem. A bird in hand is worth two in the bush. If you forgo what you have, chasing what you don't have, you might lose everything. So that's the kind of problem that I have. That's why I'm reaching out to you guys, hoping and begging and praying that you help me out. I remember watching Dora in the new live action. It looks like garbages. I hope did did the egg tap out? I hope I'm making sense though. I hope I'm making, and I hope finish it. I did, and I asked her afterwards, like, did I just make the biggest mistake of my life? Because she's a really good girl. I won't lie. Thank you very much, Blue Scope. Can we talk about the time? You know what I'm talking about. I asked her. She's been a really good sport. Though I ended up just saying, you know what, we shouldn't be talking anymore. Otherwise, I can't move on. So you don't get it. Well, I think maybe I messed up. Maybe I'm looking for something that isn't there. John D has me wondering if I'm clutching at straws, looking for things that don't exist. Now I'm worried. I'm super worried. So yeah, I I'm talking to. All right, look, dude. I'm hoping you guys have. A lot of folks are good people, and it's good for you. That's right. That's right. I can believe that. That's why I did say I think life is like a sniper when you shoot hit your new love. If you think it wasn't competent or not what you want to, made the right choice. Yeah, I did ask her. I was like, did I just make the biggest mistake of my life? Because I could see myself being married to her. I just couldn't see her helping me to become the absolute best version of myself. I think she's one of those just good, regular people who's just content with everything just being what it is. You know what you want, you know what you don't want, and what you had. See what you didn't have before. Oh my goodness. Hey, you're gonna send me down a rabbit hole that I'm scared to enter because I think it'll take me years. Years. I don't want to become a ladies' man. But the thought of it is amusing though. A lot of people are stupid. Okay. I don't know Spanish at all. I just know muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. Right. So I'm staying at school late for book club. Need to go to the book club. So right now, so all right, Queen Roblox. Yeah, you didn't give me any advice. Please come back and advise me. So there's this weird story, right? There's this weird story. I'll give you one last clue as to my way of thinking. Uh, it's not necessarily true, but the premise. Please get the underlying premise. So so they say Barack Obama and Michelle Obama are driving, just the two of them, and N1K4. Can you speak Russian? No, my friend, I can't speak Russian. I'm so sorry. Guys, say hi to N1K4. So as the story goes, Michelle and Barack get to a fuel station, a service station, to a gas station, right? To put gas in the car. So as they pull up, some gas attendant guy goes up to the car, starts chatting up Michelle. They are talking, that chatting up. Barack is there, left bemused. So as they are pulling out, after having her to change the blinker plate, I don't know. It's highly unlikely, but please uh, hear this out. So as they are pulling out, they're finished. Um, Barack is like, "Oh, who's that? Why does it seem like you guys know each other so well?" Michelle, dude, listen to my girlfriend song. Michelle goes like, "Oh, that's the guy I used to date back at school." So Barack is like, "Wow, okay. So good thing you ended up with me. You almost ended up with some guest attendant guy." Michelle was like, "No, don't get it twisted. If I was still dating him, he would be president." It's like, oh, right. Who we end up with has determines a lot on where we end up, whether we are aware of it or we are not. That's like kind of what I got from that story, whether it's true or anything. It's like there are just certain people, when we are around, we feel better, we do better, we strive for more, we do all these things. They can help try to get the best out of us from us, and vice versa, right? Vice versa. I've heard so many stories like that. I think I've heard 50 Cent say something like that. Yeah. So uh, that's exactly why I don't want to make a mistake. I I think I have it within me to find a good girl, I don't think I can end up with some terrible, terrible human being. Stupid cat. Yo, what's up? What's up? Stupid cat, my friends are advising me on a girl. You should be. I like the way you think. I think I would love to hear your take on it. Right, John D. I think things in America have gone downhill in the last 2 years. No, stupid cat isn't stupid at all. Don't let the name fool you. So that's my point, right? Brum7, what's up? Brum7 is also a really good thinker. I like how very, very articulate. Very articulate. So, what do you think, Egg? What do you think, John D? I think you guys are get the picture now that I'm trying to paint. President Biden take care. What's up, guys? Like, just got there and I just got out of a relationship. It was a good relationship though. She wouldn't like to hear me say something like that. Look at this stupid kid. Keeps jumping on the counter. Hey. So yeah, that's where we are. I I'm hoping the map is here. See, okay. And I'm scared. I don't know what to do. So can't pick me off the can. You guys are just on some other tangent. But yeah, I hope you can understand what I'm saying. I've laid out what I have to say pretty thoroughly. Yeah, keep looking. Be on top of yourself and mindful of what you want. And one athlete that epitomize it. I hear a dog person a cat per person. See ya, dude. All right, you didn't give me advice, Blue Scope. All you did was offer your sister. Doesn't your sister have a boyfriend? All right. Can you give me a 3 minute summary? I'm drinking a little juice. A little juice. Okay. Cat, I've been. So we got a lot of people in here today. Let's go. Cat, I've been in this other relationship over a year now, and it just ended. Um, I I ended it because I was looking for. I have three. That's why she did that. Oh my god! Just ended the relationship because I'm looking for something greater. Not that what I had was bad. It was okay, and basically that's that. Now I asked my ex if I made the biggest mistake of my life, and she didn't quite give me an answer. So now I was asking you guys as my friends, like, did I just make a big mistake by letting go the one bird I had in hand for the two in the bush? I'm not one. I'm not looking for. I'm not looking to be that guy who dates a lot or who dates a lot of girls at once or who cheats or what. I'm looking for the girl, the love of my life. And basically, I was just getting advice from y'all on the best way to go about it so that I don't ruin my life or I have a good experience. So I told them I also have a crush, some girl who works near me and stuff like that. I hope I've caught you guys up. It was a good relationship, but he chose to end it because there wasn't synergistic inclined once in his end game. Yeah, a second. Same story, man. My sister was in here trying to check up, man. If you aren't feeling it, then you haven't made a bad decision. And N1K for you've never dated. Hmm. So that's what's up. I haven't made a bad decision. I don't know, but being alone sucks. Oh my god. Ah, being alone sucks. Okay, very personal story and advice. I hate being alone. I think I have like abandonment issues from my childhood, and I need to resolve those. There was a time I couldn't be by myself, alone, alone, alone. Felt excruciatingly lonely. Now it's a bit better, but I still get that sinking feeling that, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Ah, I hate it though. You just told me, John, that I shouldn't look for somebody to complete me. I I know that's what's said, but I hope you're wrong. I really hope you're wrong. You know, it's one of those things that I can take it on as an advice, but hope as well that I'm wrong in the long run and there's somebody. Yeah, and N1K for agrees. Being alone sucks. And now, right. But as well, I just don't want to be dating just anybody just for the sake of not being alone, you know? So that's my point. I want the magic. I want I want the romantic songs. I want it all. I really do. I want it all. And I want it to be real, 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 real. Right? I don't want the fake Instagram things. But hey, it will get better for you, for me. Pepe, I'm alone right now in a locked basement, hiding all my emotions and fears and trying to be happy. Oh my goodness, Fed Pig, don't say that, please. So I'm in love right now. I love a girl, and she does not love me back. She knows, and we are not friends because I'm sad when I'm next to her. For me, the truth always appear. Oh, that's heart wrenching, cat. That's tough. I'll maybe pick up an instrument, learn music. You'll maybe pick up an instrument, put some colors on your face in the downtime. You pick up a skill. We're here for you, cat. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. And basically, I don't like I don't like what becomes of me or what can become of me in my years in the wilderness. Because if I get used to being by myself all alone, if I don't believe in the romance thought, what, one day I'm gonna have a family, I'm gonna have kids, I'm gonna have a wife, and I'm really trying to guard against not being some cold-hearted guy who dates 100 different girls, who doesn't allow his heart and his mind, his spirit to go into a relationship. I really, really, really don't want to become one of those guys. You know, I don't want to become a player ever. I just see what I was out there. Parrot, a pig, and now a cat, and an egg. It's a farmhouse. Yeah, so the years in the wilderness can really change somebody. Generally, I'm 40 and I've been there and back and there and back. So end up back with myself. John, don't you feel like the years in the wilderness change you or alter who you are or your intentions? You end up adapting to a certain kind of life. Maybe you you might just objectify women or something like that. I don't want to be that way. To stay happy and not get sad, I needed to focus. It made me a man of regret. Wow, that's tough, John. That's tough. To stay happy and not get sad, I needed to focus on things you have. Basically, what we talked about. Yeah, yeah. I get that, stupid cat. I get that a lot. I think an egg kind of talked about it in passing, saying something like he he and his girl is cognitive. I told him I like a girl who thinks too. I like somebody who can help me figure out things. Right. Here I kind of like I, I kind of like, I don't know if you guys have watched Game of Thrones or stuff like that. I love those kind of women, the powerful people who can hold their own, right? Um, your Daenerys Stormborn, your Queen's selection, right? This is my girlfriend. Nah, problem solved. There's grass green on the other side of the fence. It's also green where I am. But John, what I'm saying is, I'm damned if I do, I'm doomed if I don't. I the kind of thing that I'm after. I know nothing. When you speak, none of this. But if experience to survive there, so are going to change in your life. That the nature is a very peaceful place. It can go either way, right? I don't want to get used to to living the life of a single man who's a player who's I don't want to give in to certain urges. I really don't, right? Egg told me to pursue my infatuations. I think that would be a funny life. I think once I go down that road, maybe it might be it might lead me to a very different path than I would ideally like to be on. I heard, so as I was saying, I like these really really tough, powerful women who hold their own. I played till it was over. I'm just saying that there's I'm not a Beyonce fan at all. I like a couple of songs of hers, but I, I'm not a Beyonce fan. But I like the hustle. I like the relationship she has with Jay-Z. Sometimes when I listen to those two or three songs that I like, it's like, okay, this girl says this, and she actually single ladies. Right. So what what I've learned to appreciate is some of the things that she says are true and real. She had an interview with Oprah sometime a couple of years ago. She was like, Oprah asked her like, would you be the woman you are if you didn't go home to that man? And she's like, absolutely not. And she meant it, like she wouldn't be who she is if she didn't go home to that guy. And Oprah asked, or she added, or something like that, he wouldn't be the man he is if he didn't come home to me. And I was like, right. And it's not the lovey-dovey, hey, you complete me, what. It's like it's a matter of fact. These people really have gone through it, and they've come and emerged all the way better for it. The same with the likes of Michelle and Barack. When you listen to Michelle and Barack talk, Barack said he had to seek for permission to run for J Ro. What's up? What's up? What's up? Guys, say hi to J Ro. Barack said he had to seek for permission from the wife to run for president. And I thought it was just something that somebody would say, when you go ask your girlfriend or your wife, oh, can we buy this car or this house, or can we go out? It's like it's a courtesy call. It's not like if she says no, we are definitely not doing it. I haven't been able to give myself over to somebody like that, where she could literally determine what we do or how I live my life. So I thought maybe Barack was just kidding. Now, after their books, after they went out of the White House, after you hear them, the interviews subsequently, their books, you get to realize no, this person is really, really, really adamant that there was no going forward without this person say so. I was like, what? It just boggled my mind. Or that that's the case. So I want something of that sort for myself, where you know that you're giving your life to somebody and they are to you, and you know you are in good hands. You don't need to protect yourself. I found peace when I found out now what I could have. Now I could have. Oh, okay. So I'm into that. I'm looking for that's the you complete me, the practical aspect of it. I hope I'm making sense. I really do. Right. And I don't want to be that guy with two divorces, three divorces. I know if that's my journey, that's my journey. But I would really hate to put my heart through many, many heartaches that it doesn't need to go through. No, I read what you wrote, Kat. In the end, we are not just to get and have more. The ultimate Lego set is the predecessor to the next set. For me, this means that I won't get happy focusing on the things that I don't have. It gets really philosophical. I found peace when I found out what I have, not thinking about what I could have. I've been following. It's just that maybe I've been talking at the same time. It's like a Chinese finger trap. So in a less ideal situation, your partner does not have your best interest at heart. It would seem weird to submit to someone like that. Ah, does it help? I'll have to internalize it, but I could see where it could fit. The whole thing about this being a precursor to the next thing, which is a precursor to the next thing. It's always moving. So maybe I need to accept what this is in order for me to be able to be in a position to move on to the next thing. I'll certainly need to internalize that. I think it could help somewhat. Thank you so much, Kat. But if you have a partner who is good for you, it seems completely natural to. It's sad to know that you're so happy. The other people with depression are not sad. Oh man, you're going. Okay, it means goodbye in Russian. You're sad. How old am I? I just reached my 30. I they say life begins at 30, so I'm not married. I don't have a kid, and basically, uh, everything. What can I say? There's a chances are that in my 30s, all those things are okay. Bye bye, cat. Eh, yeah. So basically, all right. So basically, my worry, bro. I wish you luck from all my heart. This week has been one hell of a ride. Best friend, family got killed. Wow, wow. I'm so sorry to hear that, cat. My condolences. Wow, I'm so sorry to hear that. And thank you for the well wishes. I This period, it exalts a really heavy price, right? A heavy, heavy, heavy price. So yeah, chances are that Asimos, what's up? Ask any questions. Egg is still here. Chances are that the next couple of years, I have to start making these deliberate decisions of getting married. I don't want to have a kid without the veil of marriage and stuff like that. That's what my husband is every day. That's good. Yeah, you end up liking these silly names. I don't know if I'm saying silly, but they're strange. it says something like, why would somebody choose that channel to be like an egg in these trying times? It's silly, it's funny, it's hilarious. All right. Uh, yeah, like I was saying, I actually want to make these decisions, and I thought they were they were going to come to me. Maybe John can help me out here. I thought some of these decisions. It's a Danny DeVito quote. Oh, okay. From which movie? I used to think Danny DeVito was kind of funny. Danny DeVito, I think he was in the old Batman movie. So I thought the decision to get married, the decision to start a family would all come naturally. Oh, it's always an infidel. Philly. But now I'm finding out that I need to be deliberate with it. Otherwise, it just won't happen. And it's a bit concerning that my my thoughts on the matter were so wrong. So wrong. What I had in my head and what I'm finding out in actuality is way off. I guess that's part of growing up, I guess. But it's a bit concerning for me. So I need to make a decision. I need to start a family in the next couple of years. I need to get married, right? And it all has to be purposeful and it has to be with the right person. Otherwise, I'm going to tie myself up in situations that are terrible. Ah, don't say that because that's my ex. Don't say that to me. I don't want to hear that. You're killing me, egg. You're killing me. Are you happy? I'm dying because of you, egg. You're killing me here. You're killing me. You can't say things like that. Oh, now that's gonna haunt me the rest of my day. That's true though. You should have kids before 40. If I always 10 years is still 10 years. Yeah, I think I want to have children when I'm still young. Yeah. But then I want to have them. I listened a lot to Dr. Jordan Peterson. I myself grew up in a single parent household. It wasn't great. I wouldn't want my kids to go through something like that. What's more, I heard Dr. Peterson say the marriage as a platform mainly for children. It's not for the husband and the wife. It's the best platform we have for raising kids. And I think that's right. I think that's right. Yeah, I love Jordan Peterson. I love Jordan Peterson. He's like the dad I never had. Uh, and what's funny, he's a professor of humanities. Uh, I did engineering at varsity, and we used to make fun of people from the humanities like that. Not even in varsity. What are they studying? Funny things to study. But now I'm finding out that some of those things resonate so much. Yeah, giving him a better idea. Mr. Parrot, what ends up happening is people, everything mainstream is for breaking up the nuclear family. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. People end up reading your, hey, Skid, what's up? Randall and Skid, guys, say hi to Randall and Skid. Mr. Parrot, people end up reading through your stories. Everybody's interactive. They read what's been written. Don't worry. Don't worry, my friend. We are all here for you as well. I completely agree with you, John. I completely agree with you. I mm, mm, it's like yin yang for proper development. Thank you so much. Thank you. And if someone already has a foot outside of the door, it becomes so difficult. It becomes so very difficult. And I don't want to find myself in such situations where you are completely in love or trying to raise a family with somebody who isn't fully formed, or who's gonna give up when the going gets tough. And I don't want that. I really don't. That's why I say I like powerful people, powerful girls who the images of themselves. That locus is internal. That they don't project things. Well, we all have our faults, but I hope I'm coming across as coherent. Maybe I'm just talking out of my side, my backside. So that's the thing. That's the thing. I get worried when I see people that I went to college with that they've broken up. Yes, Mr. Parrot. Yes, 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 yes. Right. So, what do you have to say, John? An egg. It's to be remiss after getting out of a long-term relationship. Yeah, I just hope I didn't make the biggest mistake of my life. Oh, and it's like my second really good relationship. Like second really, I don't know how many of these do I get. How many of these really good relationships do I get? I'm about to hit a third strike. You're out. Oh man, it's fascinating. It's fascinating to me because the stakes are so high, but the game can be nice. It can be very enjoyable. But if you screw up, oh my goodness, it can be misery, utter misery. Oh, it's terrible. I you hear these. There was a bird. I wasn't scared when near to it. What will I come on YouTube after I explore my macro and I found us spawner with the cat that's inside. I don't think I get what you're saying. Scared? I don't quite get what you mean. So are we done, Egg? Are we done, John? I think I've poured out my heart and my thoughts. I think idealism is problematic. Maybe I should become like these politicians. Mr. Parrot, that I don't understand what you wrote. If you have any further questions, I'm happy to answer that. Bram7, you didn't even offer any advice. How could you? Relationship can only be as good as you allow, or as bad as you want it to be. Oh. Oh. Okay. As good as you allow it, as bad as you want it to be. I had to think about that for a minute. That's terrible. That's if they aren't tamed or something. While the bird was singing about and the story wouldn't fly away. John, it's like you're talking about impending doom. You know, you're talking about that whole line there. It's like, whew, it's a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in, but I get what you're saying though. And so, all right, if you weren't feeling that she was the one in the relationship, then breaking up was definitely not the worst mistake of your life. And doing as close as you allowed to be. All right. Okay, Bram7. Do you believe in fate and meeting the one and stuff like that? Do you believe in that kind of scenario? Doom is as close as you are allowed to be. Ah. You know that whole thing, that movie, A Few Good Men. I love that movie. Fate is what you make. In that movie, A Few Good Men, Colonel Jessup was talking. Colonel Jessup was talking about the guy you want. Fate. That was from the Terminator. Colonel Jessup was talking about you always want that mean guy on top of the wall looking out for your best intentions, looking after you while you sleep, while you are living a carefree life. There's somebody on the wall who's watching over you, your protector. So the way you're putting it, John, is like I should make sure that there's always somebody on the wall to fight off the impending doom that may come and enter at any time. Fate is what you make. Egg, do you believe in fate? Did and do you believe in marriage? I think it's possible that such fate exists. And here's the thing though. I I'm turning more into a pragmatist than an idealist. Practically, something like fate should not exist. You make it out to be what you want it to be. Just like John is saying. So let me ask you guys this. Do you guys believe in marriage? Where did Egg go? John, do you believe in marriage? What about you, Bram 7? Do you believe in marriage? Do you believe in the fairy tale ending and stuff like that? I think that determinism is a compelling concept, and you can't really refute the idea that some things are predestined. Ugh, I don't know. Like I'm saying, the older I get, the more I'm turning into a pragmatist. I would love I would love to be the idealist. I would love to. But I think pragmatism works best for me right now. But personally, I see myself having agency, because if I don't instill it in myself, I end up not acting. Agency or urgency? Are you gonna marry? So it's better to falsely believe that you're in control. Yeah, okay, I hear what you're saying. Are you gonna end up marrying the girl you're with? Egg. Is she the one you are predestined to be with? Or you're wasting her time? You might. One of my friends, hi, hi, Aaron. Here's what you make it. You need to be a realist. Take everything with a grain of salt and pepper. Okay. Bram 7. I think two individuals can have a happy life together through marriage. My parents are really happily married. An egg, only with a few months. Okay, Aaron, it's in the morning. I don't want to marry and have kids until I get my career in order. She feels the same. How old is she compared to you? Are you like around the same age? Is she younger? Is she older? If so, by how many years? I'm thinking of doing something like really, really naughty, like going out with somebody like almost 10 years younger than me. That way she can break my heart, right? Maybe. I don't know. I'm thinking. Wow, Brum, it's 2:30 in the morning for you. Whatever her age, she has a plan. Brum 7. How old is Brum 7? About how old are you? Are you Post college, are you in college or you've not reached college yet? I don't want to rush marriage because marriage is the best institution of parents, the future for children. Then surely allowing that to crumble for your kids can be good. It can't be good. Nah, man, you gotta go forward in time. Don't live in the past. Data. Oh, I'll tell you something though. I love this show, Blackish. I love Tracy Ellis Ross, Anthony Anderson. I love Blackish. 17 and 5 days. Oh, what are you doing for your birthday, bro? Oh, that's so cool. 17 again. So the years in the wilderness are not great for most women. And some of the girls that I went to school with who might have a kid, two kids, very few of them don't have kids. Some of them are not married yet, and there's that impending doom in their lives. Older women who are single, who are there are a lot to deal with psychologically. The years in the wilderness are not kind to a lot of women because of COVID, but we're gonna find something fun to do anyway. Yeah, 17 again, 17 again, 17 again. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Are you dating? Have you dated? I'm turning 41 in 52 days. Ew. Life begins at 40, John. I I'm fascinated by those kind of things. Some of the older girls are just lonely. I know that expression, and I also know the big girls need love too. I actually there's a text in my WhatsApp. After you, but not allowed. Not right now. I've, I sent one of my best friends a text. I was telling her that I think I might be biased against big girls. I don't think I've dated anybody who's considerably big. You're looking downhill. You're almost at the peak. You're almost at your midlife. You have another 10 years. So, John, do you believe in marriage? I, you believe in the institution of marriage? So, so yeah, I hear that big girls are lonely too. Maybe I should go hunting there. I don't know. I think I might have a bias against it. I didn't realize it until I was talking to my friend. I was telling her that I just looked into my history. I don't think I've ever dated a really, really big girl. You see, everyone who wants to be a hermit, they're 20, 30, 40, or 50. Certain mentalities are not conducive to this. See it in people like, oh, marriage and magic. Oh, oh my God. Here's another thing, right? I I hear what you're saying, John. I think sometimes I have a hard time getting out of my own way. Uh, I'm such a thinker. I love, I live, I live in my head. and it can take a bit of a minute, but I can come up with good solutions for my problems. So I appreciate something that's well thought of, and I love the spontaneity. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes staying so long in my head, I get I get in my own way. I get in my own way, I guess. Right, and that's not good for relationships. It's all great, I can tell you, right? And it's fascinating, man. It's really fascinating. You overthink them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do. I do. And it gets on the way. It gets on the way a lot. It gets in the way a lot. And like a gambling problem. Yeah. So that's why I like somebody who's accomplished themselves. There are things that I want to do in my life. I'm figuring out this is where I want that. This is where I want that. Right? I It's a mental exercise. I love it. And it helps me get better and improve a lot of things in my life. So I can't just be cuddly all the damn time. I need to be working. I need to be hanging with you, my friends. I I need to be engaged. My mind needs to be really, really engaged. And I can't be at home watching soapies and all these rubbish things all the damn time. I really can't. And that affects things. I'm so sorry to say it, but it affects things. But anyway, my friend Eggy Egg tells me that I should follow every whimsical little affection that I have for each and every person that I come across. So if I'm following this girl in this direction and then something catches the corner of my eye, zoom, we go in that direction. And then when we get there, zoom, another girl, another girl. Live that kind of life. Can you donate for me now, Wes? I'm gonna get some. Thank you so much for the piece of advice, Bram. You and everybody else. You continue to give me the space to take out some of the things that are within me and put it out there. I'm very, very grateful. I'm very, very grateful for the medium. I'm grateful for you all. Not at all. And Shako, that if it stops. Oh my God. You gotta love the metaphors this little egg comes up with. It's important to always be looking, but don't be a player. I'd hate to be one. I really do. But she looks fantastic. No problem, bro. We're here for you. Bye. All right. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you that, guys. Do you think you guys would you date a model? The the girl I have a crush on is a model. She looks spectacular. She's a part-time model, right? Jondi. There's a point in your search for a flawless copy of MJ's Thriller on vinyl, and you settle for a copy with a double of pops on the girl is mine. I I was actually talking about Michael Jackson earlier with a friend of mine. Like, do do we still listen to Michael Jackson? Have we do we separate the art from the artist? I was asking about R. Kelly, Michael Jackson, and he's a big Ti fan. He was saying Ti is having a lot of problems right now, and but a lot of his playlists have a lot of Ti in them. As for me myself, I I kind of I love MGs, but yeah, I like Earth Song. Yeah, Earth Song for me. That's Earth Song. I love the Earth Song. I love a couple of his music. He was super talented. I watched This Is It after he passed. At least be charming. I don't I don't mind the pursuit as well. I don't mind. I think I could do well. It's just that maybe I've had this connotation in my head that maybe models are dumb. I don't want to do. Ah, it's like when you hear conspiracy theory. What about rain? Yeah. What about all the things that you said we were to gain? I love that song. Yeah, maybe I should find out. I can't believe you're talking me into these things. I'll see. I'll see. But it's COVID. That's the other problem. Is there a time? Yeah. What about all the things that you say were yours and mine? Did you ever stop to notice? Yeah. I love that song. It's COVID. I didn't think I'd be trying to find somebody. You can't go out on dates and stuff like that. Man, life sucks. And I want to travel. I really want to travel. The one of the reasons why I uh, uh, I'm doing a lot of this, and I'll be doing figure it out. If she's dumb, if she's Stone Cold Fox, and imagine if you miss out. There's this guy. What is his name? Eric Weinstein, one of Joe Rogan's friends. He's like this powerhouse. He works for Peter Thiel. I like his brain. I like his mind. So he has a few thousands of people who follow his Instagram or Twitter or something like that. And he often says he'll go for a conference or something like that in another country. Eric and Brett have cool brains. Oh, you do listen to Eric Weinstein and Brett Weinstein. Yeah, I like the way they think. So he says whenever he travels, he can go to any restaurant and just put out a tweet like, "Hey guys, I'm in Montreal, I'm in London, Vancouver, or Australia, Sydney, or something like that, at this restaurant. Who wants to have coffee?" The way I love traveling, I think that's what I want to do with this channel. I want to have these relationships with all you guys and thousands of people over time. I want to be able to just travel, document my life, pull up to Portsmouth, to anywhere in the country, Birmingham or wherever, and just say, guys, I'm in such and such restaurant. I Who wants to have coffee? And just have conversations, and it'll be a bit safer because we've already established some sort of rapport, some sort of conversation with you. You kind of know me, I kind of know you. So it becomes a little better for me that way. So I would love, I'd hate to get bugged. Going to pen, smart. So I would love that. That's why I'm doing this. I, it's a way of traveling without traveling during COVID, and it will be a help when I start traveling post COVID, and I can just plan my trips. Okay, by month end, I'm going to such and such a place, and find out who lives there or who knows what there, and so forth and so on. I think it would be a more richer experience for me. So that's what I'm doing. Somebody was asking why all these live sessions. I think I'm actively pursuing that. I'm actively pursuing that. I like John. John, you listen to and watch a lot of things that I like. I think you too. I'm gonna have to insist that you come on the podcast. I I would love to have these long. Think of a theme or reason for your travels. Yeah, I would love to have a really nice hour, 2 hour long conversation with you and just chat you up. I bet I can learn a lot of things from you. It seems that we have a couple of things in common. You like MJ. Lethal, what's up? What's up, Lethal? Guys, say hi to Lethal. Where you? How are you, Lethal? Lethal Interjection. I was watching some Boondocks thing. There's a group called Lethal Interjection in theme. What do you mean theme? I just love traveling for the sake of it, for discovering new things. You know, I love the road. One of my friends likes to travel by plane and stuff like that. Love from Japan. Wow, what's up? I'm all good, Lethal. Thank you, John. Thank you. You're from Dubai. Wow, that's super cool. What time is it in Dubai? How are you, May Rose Lock? How are you? How are you? Dubai. Only expensive things live in Dubai. Are the stories true? I've never been to Dubai ever. Are the stories true that? Oh, come on. Where did the egg go? Where is the egg? Where is the egg? Oh man, I love traveling. I would like to visit Dubai one time. You're right here. Oh, Yeah, egg. Yeah, egg. Have you heard of the tallest building ever made? What do you call it? The Burj Khalifa or something like that. I can't remember the name properly. I think it's in Dubai. I would love to visit Dubai, but I I I, I, I can't visit Dubai on a string on a tight budget. Not large. It's a guy that goes to the cemeteries, finds headstones with pictures, research on why they are in the ground. Got 100K in a year. Whoa. Let me look into that. I'll open a tab. Lamont at large. Am I saying it right? I'll look into that. Do you upload videos, John? Copy. Yeah, I know. Oh, it's gonna be the sound going up, down. Your body say, oh, in the morning, in the night. There's this Robert Frost quote, Lamont Elash. Yeah. There's this Robert Frost quote. When epitaph, if an epitaph were to be my story, I would have a short one just for me. I had a lover's quarrel with the world, something like that. I love Robert Frost's one of those American treasures that wow, I love it. It's like what will be written on your tombstone? What will be your epitaph? You can just search Robert Frost epitaph. It's no, I had a lover's quarrel with the world. It's like wow. If that's written on my, it's like wow. Okay, I'm more into people. I'm more into conversations. That's why I think I'll I'll probably just end up flipping this into just sharing my lessons. But I'm more my other channel. I'm just gonna do podcast and conversations with you guys and just have deep conversations about anything and everything. Basically, just ask you a lot of questions. You see, I question myself a lot, and when I say it out loud, it also helps me make it real. And once it's real, it's like, oh, okay, okay, now we can deal with it, right? So I quite enjoy these thought provoking conversations, learning from you guys' experiences. Like, okay, what about this? What about the other thing? Okay, yeah, that's why I like talking to people from all walks of life, young, old, experienced, inexperienced. It's all part and parcel of it. It helps me see things clearer because I like what John was saying. I never met a man that I eventually didn't like. Is that a first quote? I think that might be a first quote. Let me say, I never met a man. Who said that? Will Rogers. Wow, that's so cool. That's so cool. So I think that's the utility of this medium for me. I hope you guys find it as useful as I do. I really do. I hope it can. uh, a lot of a lot of a lot of people I know. It was a twist on that guy. So Rogers. Yeah. A lot of folks that I know, my cousins and stuff like that. It's fascinating if I weigh up how your response to my existential crisis, it's it's vastly different from the people that I went to school with and my cousins, right? Because people are trying to make me think like I'm crazy for not having kids at my age. Like maybe I should just accept that I won't get everything that I want in one girl. Maybe I should maybe I should play the game. Maybe I should do all these things. So I like the fact that it's so different what I get to hear from you guys and what my cousins were saying, that no, just make a baby, you can look after your baby, and people are doing it. People have stepkids all over the place. I really didn't grow up in the best situations, and part and parcel, I believe, of that. Part and parcel of what contributed to that was that the single parent household. I think there's a crisis around the world of the single parent household, and people are trying to normalize it. Like, no, it's okay. You can raise your kid by yourself, right? I heard Jordan Peterson say some alarming statistic like uh, the chances that a step parent loves and adores and cares about your child, it's very, very low. Chances of abuse are very, very high in that kind of a situation. And I really hate walking eyes wide open into problems. You won't look after your baby. Pay the friend. Look up to pay the mom of your baby. Pay child support. And that's not what I want. That's the furthest thing from what I want. Right. If it gets there, fine. But I can't just pick that as my first option off the gate. I really can't. I hate the word settle. I don't want to settle. I want to try as hard as I can, give it as great a go as I can. I still encourage women to leave the family. Yeah, yeah, it definitely does. And we all act like it's okay. It's normal. I, and it seems that like those who are holding out are crazy or something like that. It's like, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? No, wait. This has to be my decision. I have to agree with it completely. And I hope I'm not making a mistake. I really do. And I only wish I could see Mr. Parrot's in the building. I, I was raised in a broken home. Trauma is still there. Yeah, the trauma is still there 20 years later. Yeah, yeah. It's terrible. It's terrible. I I myself was raised by a single parent, lived with extended family, lived all over the place. It wasn't a stable upbringing and stuff like that. And it's taken years to unravel everything. Oh, okay, I have all these emotional triggers, psychological triggers, and landmines everywhere. And inch by inch, I've been trying to disarm those landmines. And I've been helped by the girl that I was telling you guys about. I've been helped by some of my good friends. You know, it's it's been very, very challenging. There's this thing that I heard Jordan Peterson talk about. He says when he was writing his book, his world famous book or something, he says it took him about 2 years to write, right? And I didn't know how it's done. I'm 40 and I feel like I'm still growing up, but I've really been growing up from my childhood. Yeah, yeah. Just recovering from the trauma is a full time job. Yeah, it's a full time job. So what I heard Jordan Peterson say was like, as and when he was writing his book, he would write an entire sentence, right? And then all day he would try to pick holes in that sentence. Like, okay, what is wrong here? What is wrong with this sentence? Just imagine how big a book is, and to go through every single line, trying to make it as accurate as possible and not do it off the cuff. I think that's amazing. It takes a lot of work, a lot of graft, a lot of effort. I think that's why I'm saying I'm turning into a pragmatist. I think that's how I look at a lot of things right now. I look at a lot of things right now in my life. I try to put one item up. I look at it. I try to poke holes to make sure that everything that's in my life should stay, and everything that has to go that serves no use, it should go. So it's painstakingly slow, and but it's rewarding. It's rewarding. It's my own personal journey, my own personal growth. And righteous death. Righteous death is in the building. What's up? What's up? What's up? How are you? Somebody's attention as John Peterson. I can't speak publicly. Sorry, what do you mean? I don't get what you're saying. A lot of effort you don't expect to see from someone in humanities. Yeah, precisely. It was like, what? Is this what they teach in humanities? Humanities are tough, dog. Right? They were just portrayed to be terrible, terrible. I thought, I don't know, like 1 liter out of 4 and 7 liters. Can you make 1 liter out of 4 and 7 liters? Is that a riddle? I don't know. Phrase it better. Put up a bit of context. Let me understand. Yeah. So I take those cues. I and I try to apply it in my life. What can I take? Put up here. Look at it all day. Think about it. Poke holes in it. And is it really necessary? It's amazing that someone so intelligent can articulate and break down psychology for every. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I. But there was this thing. Who is that guy? Who's that guy? Who is it? Ryan Coogler. It might not be Ryan Coogler. Who's comparing Jordan Peterson to some Marvel villain? Apparently, Jordan Peterson is converting the young people in the internet into radical right people. Radical right, radical left, radical right. Yeah, radical right. I had to think about it. I don't know. I think I can check that online. Uh, Jordan Peterson. Red Skull, I think. Is it Red Skull? Who said that? They're comparing him to Red Skull. Oh, it was Ta-Nehisi Coates. It was Ta-Nehisi Coates. Answer is 4 plus 7, 11. 11 minus 4 plus 7 equals 11. 11 minus 7 equals to 7. How is 11 minus 7 equals 7? 7 minus 4. I don't get all this. 4 plus 7, 11, 11 minus 7, 77 minus 44 minus 3. I don't get it. Psychology, it's like for 80% of it, there's a lot like being a paralegal or doing clerical law type stuff. Knowing case studies and interacting with the history of medical studies available to you for your benefit, but way less useful than any actual legal work. That pie, cream plus cherry. Yeah, so I I say all these things to give you a hint of where I'm at. I I I think Righteous Death should explain himself better than he is doing. Otherwise, it's just confusing me. I found out I like Charlie Munger, right? I love Charlie Munger. When I started studying I'm into business, right? I went to school to study electrical engineering. I got fascinated by business along the way. And basically, the time that you can always choose to interact the topic at Mr. Parrot, everybody with Johnson. So without prompting, it's an ongoing linearity. Um, I started liking business. I watched a lot of Warren Buffett videos. It's like, wow, okay, the world's greatest investor. Wow, wow. So Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett plus Charlie Munger. Charlie Munger seemed so crass at the time. Now I love Charlie Munger. He has this. There's this other thing, the psychology of human mismanagement. Right? You guys need to listen to it. My father's an electrical engineer. He does well for himself. Yeah, I studied electrical engineering. Right? So I found out that these guys took advantage of psychology in the stock exchange, right? When other people are getting super hyped, when other people are getting super depressed, want to sell things, it's like the guy with a a huge array of tools in his tool bag. My father is an engineer of the Chattanooga Choo Choo, the Chattanooga Cho Cho. I don't know what that is. It's like a Choo Choo. Sun Valley. Yeah, so I like I was telling you about my physics professor. I grew up thinking that science, engineering, mathematics is the be all and end all. Everything else is lame. An old Dixie land song. It sucks. I really did. I really thought that smart people do the sciences, not so smart people do the humanities. Now, only to find out that these tools, these psychological tools, it's like that movie Inception. You really have to have these things up guarding your mind such that you are not a victim to the human condition, but rather you can study what it is to be human and not fall into certain traps that somebody who doesn't have such is likely to fall into. It's been a rash. It's, it's been really, really good for me to put up these pillars, these strong, strong pillars, and that are really helpful. I think everybody, I even thought about taking a few courses at varsity online or whatever, studying psychology. But if you hear Charlie Munger, if you hear Jordan Peterson talk about it, you'll understand that the way they teach psychology isn't that great as well. Some you might be better served by being self-taught than any formal training. There's a lot of uninsight for humanity majors. Jordan Peterson is a philosopher. And like that you're describing him. Yeah. I love Chris Nolan. I love Chris Nolan. There's this joke that Jerry Seinfeld does. Was he on Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel? He was like, uh, at his kid's birthday party, a clown came to him like as if they are mates in the same industry. Like, yo, this job, yeah, hey, entertainment industry, it's tough, yeah. Like, boy, we are not equals. You don't know what it is. Being a stand-up comic and being a clown, it's two different things, right? We are not even in the same league. I don't get how you become a singer-songwriter artist and think you can compare yourself to the likes of Michael Jackson. If there's somebody like Michael Jackson, everything else pales in, in comparison. The same when it comes to movie making. Like, if you are just there, I love Tyler Perry. I've begun to like Tyler Perry, but his movies I don't like so much. But of late, he's been making more interesting films. But I don't see how you can call yourself anybody talking, trying to teach Chris Nolan anything. It's amazing. It's amazing. You're not compatriots, you're not anything. It's not even the same sport. I love those things. Those things are fascinating to me. Right? Like an egg is saying, how Jordan Peterson literally elevated humanities for me, not only through his intelligence, his philosophies, but how he talks about other things. Jimmy Kimmel, no crap, would you like left or right? Miss, what's that guy's name? The pillow guy. My pillow guy calls him Jimmy Kimball. Jimmy Kimball. So that's what I'm talking about, John and Egg and everybody. I wanna Joe Rogan was talking about The Rock. Like The Rock wakes up 4 in the morning, does wherever he is in the world, does his weights in his gym, gives it everything he has, right? And he's like, okay, you might be a poet, you might be a bricklayer, you might be whatever it is that you're doing in your life, but would you say you are giving? Howard Stern calls him Dimmy Double. uh, are you giving absolutely everything to whatever it is that you're doing, the same way that The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson is? I think that's interesting. You are if you are just somebody who packs boxes in a shop, if you are just a poet, whatever it is that are you absolutely putting every single sweat, every single drop you have into what you're doing? If you're a student, are you doing everything you possibly can? Can you smell what the rock is cooking? That's what's inspirational. That's why I'm saying I'm becoming less and less of a hopeless romantic and becoming more and more of a pragmatist, a total pragmatist. No, very little room for wishful thinking, it's like purposeful thinking, like, okay, that's how we do it. And it took me all of my life to get there. Right? That's why I'm saying every single thing that's in my life, I'm trying to put it up, think about it, poke holes in it. If it doesn't stand up, it has to go. Yeah, yeah, right. So, what was I talking about? Right. I, I look at things in that way. It's radical, I know. It's a bit on the extreme end, but the fact that we only get one chance at this life, and these little compromises. Clyde, should I make an espresso? It's oh my god. You're the guy with the espresso machine. Please put it on a FedEx. Gift me that espresso. I I, I want to be a connoisseur of caffeine. Or you can listen to Seal or go to bed. Make some coffee. Make some coffee. Egg. So I I think we would all be well served in that. You know, I if you come to Texas, I'd be happy to make you a cup. Mm. Yeah, man. I put put that espresso machine with that nice girl of yours. Uh, UPS them to me. I'll tell you if you have a good machine. I'll tell you if you have a good girl. So, I think with this little life that we have, with this little chance, with this little time, I think it'd be tragic if we didn't give it as good a go as we can. That's why I feel we need responsible parents to help guide us. That's why I can't have a kid out of wedlock staying far away from me. I think it's important that people guide kids, build a way. I heard Dave Chappelle say something like that his dad built a way. Sometimes it's not that you leave your kids some money or some inheritance, but you can build a pathway for them to follow or not to follow, right? These things are very, very important. And people don't realize what a crisis it is for people not to have parents in their home. You know, images are important. The little things that you say, you know, just knowing that there's somebody who has your back no matter what. These things inform who we end up becoming, right? Now I'm becoming more of a downer. I'm sorry if my mood is going down, but I think there's a international crisis. International crisis. People take things for granted that should never ever ever be taken for granted. We only have this one little life to live. Should give it as good a go as possible. If it ends up being a train wreck. It ends up being a train wreck. Children in the black community have been misled for the last 30 years. Yeah, yeah. I think that's true. You know, I'll make another video a little later. I keep thinking about these kind of things that in society as is, are, are we more likely than not to make another Martin Luther King, another Malcolm X, or another Rosa Parks or Coretta Scott King? Myself, I'm from a little country. My parents were born. My grandmother, my mom was born in a small country in Africa, southern Africa, called Botswana. Botswana. I'm from a little country in southern Africa. So anyway, I wonder if current society can make where's the next Coretta Scott King? Where's the next Nelson Mandela? Where's the next um, Martin Luther? The next Muhammad Ali? Are we really these Instagram people? Are we really ever gonna produce that kind of a person again? Do we need that kind of a person again? I think I'll make another live video or something reflecting on such things. I think so much about such things, and we might never see that kind of a man again, right? All this outrage culture, all this is a system that doesn't promote success. The community, I don't mind what's been in the dirt. Yeah, and apparently, the likes of Malcolm X's, all these people, they weren't the best forged people when they were young. I think Mandela writes in his book, the machine is almost done heating up. You are living my life, an egg. You are living my life. I would love to be handy in the kitchen. I would love to be a connoisseur of all types of caffeine. Nelson Mandela wrote that he really became the man he was because of the men that surrounded him in prison in Robben Island. Before he was in prison, his blood ran hot. He was young, he was radical, but he was forced to sit down and reflect and really think. And he was surrounded by great men who were also locked in prison with him. And it calmed him down. It made him more thoughtful, more reflective. You know, it served him well. So I'm wondering, all this Instagram, instant gratification, big butts, likes, your likes are more than my likes. I wonder if what's the chances of that system giving us more of, but Dr. King is resisted by people. I'm sorry, what, I don't understand the sentence. I wonder, are we making more of those people in the world, around the world, right? I think I heard Bill Gates, or was it the Google boys, or whoever it was, some smart guy saying the way the world is nowadays, there's more of a chance that we get Bill Gates in China, in India. That guy has a better chance of making something of himself because of the way the world is. And I think there's some truth to that. But as well, there's another side to it. I like that girl, Greta Thunberg. I don't know if I'm saying her word right, her name right, Greta Thunberg, the climate activist young girl who stared down Donald Trump. There's this picture when she gave Donald Trump the death stare. It's funny. Are we really going to make more of the Malcolm X's? Do we need those people, your Coretta Scott Kings, when we are putting our butts in the air and taking selfies wearing nothing? What are we incentivizing? What are we making? Anyway, learn about different ways that coffee is made, different ways that the tea plant is grown. That's pretty much two main things. It's like how some finance ask about single top. I don't understand the question, John D. Do you ride life? Must or unmust? I don't understand. Yeah, so tea is grown in deviating ways, specifically light availability, and how long does it cure? How is it divided? Cure shreds, leaves, rolls. Oh, poof, poof. Oh, uh, I'll give a commencement speech one day in my life. I'll stand up there and thank an egg for making me a better person. I'm definitely looking into that. I know exactly where to go. Do you wear a mask? In public? Yeah, I wear a mask. I wear a mask. I do wear a mask. When I get around people, I wear a mask. Yeah. Don't you wear a mask, John? Why are you asking? I heard Joe Rogan got in a bit of trouble for his mask comments. Yo, what's up? ERQQTTYTYTYL. What's up? How are you, my friend? High five. I definitely wear a mask. Hmm. These are leading questions. I see. Uh, you are trying to drive me at something. I don't know what, but these are leading questions. I bet it's delicious. Mask, mask. It's a vibe. I I heard somebody say it does both. It protects me and it definitely protects them. It does a little bit of both. It protects me, but it definitely protects them. So here are my thoughts, right? A couple of I put on a mask. I definitely put on a mask. Um, this whole COVID nonsense has put a lot of things front and center in our lives, right? It has. I remember in the 08, 09, 2008, 2009 financial crisis. Apparently, your Ben Bernanke's, your Barack Obama's saved the whole world, right? By injecting liquidity and making sure that some businesses didn't go under. I often hear of I'm responsible for myself. No, I don't have it. And I never thought it made very much sense. So the Fed chairman Ben Bernanke, I don't pull on him. I pull out. I ask. I heard Ben Bernanke, the Fed chairman at the time, took some obscure line from way back when and used that to help save the economy of America, of the whole world. Yeah, Bernanke. So basically, the world was on fire, and we were waiting and looking at the Fed to help. The only people that could help was Bernanke and the Fed. That was the only game in town. Everything had stopped. Every single thing had stopped. I think even Warren Buffett lamented at the time that even Berkshire Hathaway couldn't get a loan from anybody if they wanted to get a loan at that time. Nothing was going on except what the Fed wanted to go on. Ever since last year, the whole world realized that what kind of power the government can exercise over us, your governors, your state leaders, your politicians, your health care facilitators, or whatever. We started to understand that, oh, okay, these guys can say, stay in your house, and they mean stay in your house. Whether your company dies or it stays afloat, it has nothing to do with them. It was the only game in town. That's what was being played. So it trickled down from there as and when we were discovering lessons from this, as we're learning more and more about COVID over time. Okay, mask, no mask, vaccine, no vaccine. My thinking is that for me personally, I can orient my life such that I don't need the vaccine. But it is true that in order for everything to be reopened again, people need to take the vaccine. Even though you might not need it by yourself, but it's true that for everybody to go back to normal, COVID has to go, and part and parcel of the way it goes. One, it's either you close yourself off and do society as service that way, or two, you take the vaccine and get on the train, whichever way. Same goes for the mask. If you don't want to wear the masks, just stay away from people. I get my second dose on the 4th. Yeah. It's not about drinking the Kool-Aid or something. It's like, okay, you might not necessarily, an egg is a young man, it's a very young man. Chances are that even if you got COVID, it won't do anything to you. But I can see why you would need to get it, because we need to jumpstart the economy and everything. What is happening in India is tragic. It's tragic, right? The whole world, some regions in the world are underreporting. Some region in the world are inflating the data, over-reporting. You know, it's all messed up. But once we reach these thresholds, I'm hoping that everything else can go back to normal. We can hug each other, you know, and I can go out and meet some nice girls, right? Anyway, I'll be waiting for that espresso machine and that girl. You said I can steal your girl, right? I hate being alone. I hate being lonely. But as for now, uh, let me just thank you guys for helping me take some of these things out. I appreciate it more than you know. Dream. What's up, Dream? Dream, 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 dream. So, with that being said, I yeah, I remember. I remember because you corrected me. I said your name was DREQM, and you told me like your name is Dream. I remember. All right. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on the matter. I think I I gotta go, and maybe I'll chat you guys up a little more next time, a little more later. What time is it where you guys are? Let me see if I can talk to you guys later. And why isn't you guys are lousy friends? Why isn't anybody have a nice evening, Claire? Why isn't anybody suggesting to introduce me to some nice girls? You guys are terrible friends. Y'all should be like introducing me to new people, like nice people, right? Right, Egg, right, John, right, Dream. Anybody else who's there, you guys should be introducing me to. Saying, no, don't worry. I have the perfect That guy was trying to give me a problem. Yeah, I don't want anybody's problem to be my problem. It was like his sister is annoying or something like that. I don't want anybody to come annoy me. Open up. No, you're my friend. I wouldn't want to do that to you. How old is the girl? And how pretty is she? And how stealable is she? Right now, like you are saying, I'm just going to maybe give in to my infatuations and just see where they lead me. That's what you said I should do, isn't it? So I'll follow. I'll follow that for a minute and see how far it takes me. All right. So yeah, dude, I've been talking for 3.5 hours, over 3.5 hours. It seems I really had something on my chest, guys. Let me bid you adieu. I'm a bit homelier than her. What does that mean? You're a homebody. What does that mean? Let me look at this. Okay. Okay. I'm the sixth. I'm the sixth to her 10. That's hella funny. Yeah, that's kind of funny. No, I'm all right. Let me let me go on this terrible, terrible journey and see where it leads me. Yeah, much more handsome than me, Claire. You wouldn't have to. Now I know you are joking. All right. So anyway, let me bid you guys adieu. I think we can have a conversation a little later or something like that. Let me see what I can what I can do. Thank you so much, guys. Toodles, toodles, toodles. Later, 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 guys.